All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Victoria Sexton. I'm an attorney at Coast to Coast Legal Aid of South Florida, and today I'll be hosting Fridays with Friends with my dear friends, Aisha and Andrew from the FLITE Center. Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Aisha, can you start by giving us a little background on you and your position at FLITE?
I'm Aisha Williams, Vice President of Human Trafficking and Wellness here at the FLITE Center. A little bit about my background. I've been a social worker now for I'm going to age myself, 15 years. Been through nonprofit organizations, spent most of my life in nonprofit, and then went into the medical world. And then prior to FLITE, came out of the medical world during COVID and was brought on into FLITE Center to build out our health and wellness department, which now turned into our health and wellness and our human trafficking department.
We're so grateful for all the work you do. And Andrew, can you introduce yourself as well?
Hey everyone. My name is Andrew Hawkes. I'm actually the regional advocate here at the Flight Center, over the HD department. I started again in this field over 10 years and started as a case manager, a life coach, supervisor, coordinator, and now I'm actually into the human trafficking department. So very interesting. Looking back to, where I started, going into homes, doing home visits, going to court. I mean, I still go to court right now, but just starting off, from the ground up. So I'm very appreciative of where I'm at right now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's crazy to look back on how we've all ended up here. And before we get into the human trafficking side of things, because that is what we want to focus on today, since it is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, can you just tell us a broad overview of the different umbrellas and the different units you have at Flight?
Sure. So Flight Center was created out of Community Foundation and Junior League, Greater Junior League of Fort Lauderdale. They realized that there was a gap in the system of foster care. Once young adults aged out of foster care, they had nowhere to go, no one to help them with employment, education service, things like that. So out of that, Flight Center decided, hey, let's create a holistic one-stop shop where the young adults, once they age out, they had a drop-in center that they can come to and receive those services. So here at Flight, we have employment, education, housing, and health and wellness now.
That's
That's
awesome. And so what in Florida, what is considered the age out age for kids in the foster care system?
so our age out range is 18, typically. However, we do have extended foster care that they are able to stay in if they choose to opt in to stay in till the age of 24.
Okay. And you said that you both work specifically in the human trafficking division, which I know we go back and forth through referrals all the time. I'm so thankful for you all. Can you give us a little more of a deeper dive into what that division does and how you work with the different providers here in Broward?
Sure. So I'll talk a little bit about our basic process. Andrew can talk more about like the advocacy role and so forth. So our basic human trafficking, anti-human trafficking department, Flight Center is in Broward County, West Palm Beach, Treasure Coast, and in Orlando for our human trafficking division. That comprises of victim service coordinator, which is fancier title, the supervisors for the human trafficking department. Here in Broward, that's Miss Daphne. And then we have our survivor mentors. Those are survivors of with lived experience of human trafficking or sexual assault. And then we have our clinicians that are on site. They're all trauma-informed clinicians that have that expertise in the human trafficking and the sexual assault portion. And then we have Mr. Andrew, our regional advocate. So, I like to say that each role has its own unique part, and the reasoning for that is um, our department is a la carte service. We have clients that, and those populate age range, I should say, is between 10 to 24. We get referrals from every and anywhere, law enforcement, the task force, the coalition, from you, legal aid, NJCC, we work very closely with IRC, and then just the system of care altogether. But the reason why we created the a la carte services were that we know that with a survivor, they can come in out of that lifestyle and they may just be exhausted and not ready for therapy services. But our survivor mentor can meet them at the door, meet them at their level of where they are, help them understand the process of what they just experienced, what they may have went through from a mentorship aspect. And then when they're ready for therapy, the survivor mentor can introduce them into therapy. Or both the clinician or the survivor mentor may be a little too much of a trigger to them at that moment, being that they're just coming out. So they may feel more comfortable with dealing with Mr. Andrew, just talking about the basic overview. How can I reacclimate back into regular, what we call regular normalcy? How do I get a job? How do I get housing, things like that. So Mr. Andrew would be that small, soft, warm handoff to getting him that client into those different departments.
That's awesome. I
So
love the idea of an a la carte service, giving them what they need and letting them kind of define what services they're requesting. And Andrew, sorry, you were going to say a little bit more about what you do.
yeah, so what I was about to say is I'm more so like the first point of contact, when it comes to referrals. So the referrals will come to our department. I'll be the first person to reach out, to either the youth if they're over 18. If not, I'll reach out to the guardian or the parent. And, I will, reach out, make the phone call, trying to see what services they may need. And I will give like a soft handoff to that particular department. I also actually do a lot of networking events, so I'll go out in the community, meet, a lot of people, let them know about the FLITE Center, what we do. If they have the time or if they want to, I'll invite them here to the FLITE Center just for a tour. It's good talking about the FLITE Center, but when you actually come here and see all the different departments and everything that we do, they're always blown away. So, go to a lot of court hearings to advocate on the kids' behalf. And also if they, need services or if they didn't know about the FLITE Center, I'll go ahead and I'll, introduce myself. I'll let them know about the FLITE Center, what we do and what services we offer. And that's basically it.
That's
And then
awesome. And
just to throw something in, sorry, you'll see our doors open nonstop. So, it is a drop-in center. Um, but just to drop another thing in else that makes Flight Center a little unique when it comes to our human trafficking department is we do have that on-site clinic, and all our doctors are trauma informed for primary health care and women's wellness check and men's wellness check. And we have where we know that if our young adults go into the ER or they go into the doctors and they have to repeat their stories, they feel judged, they feel ashamed, or they feel like, I don't feel comfortable depending on the questions that are being asked. So the unique part is they're able to come here at FLITE Center, receive the medical services they need from a trauma-informed doctor, and they have the support of the entire HT team here on site that can be there and be their support in the room too, if needed.
that's amazing. I know when I came to tour, it really like put a place and a picture to what you guys have told me because we've been talking about the new clinician center and the medical center for a while, but coming and seeing all the amazing things you guys have done and just making it a welcoming and warm environment, which sometimes is not always the case when it comes to medical stuff. It was awesome. And I definitely encourage anyone, if you haven't been to Flight, stop by, check it out. It is an amazing experience, just to see what they've done in such a short amount of time. As far as referrals go, do they call? Can you apply online? Do they have to have someone specific do a referral? How does that work?
So our referral process is pretty much very simple. We try to make everything simple to our population. So our numbers, they can get any of our human trafficking team's information, emails, and number on our website at www. Flight, and it's FLITE center.org. We also have a referrals link on that website that they can quickly fill out if they're in trouble and they just need help. They can also reach myself or Mr. Andrew directly. My number is 954-649-8700. Mr. Andrew, you can also reach him. Go on our website. You'll get all his information on there also. Most of our referrals can come in from from all angles. It can be word of mouth. So a client may know of another friend that needs services. They're able to give us their information. We will contact them and reach out to them.
Some and the cost of services at Flight?
Everything we do here is absolutely free.
Yes. So it's definitely an amazing community member and collaborative that we have, and I'm so thankful for you guys, and I know my clients are as well. And I guess I just want to end with, do you have any upcoming events that you want to share with the community for Human Trafficking Awareness Month?
Yes, we do. We have our first annual human trafficking awareness event here at Flight. It is on January 30th from 4 to 7 p.m. You'll find the information on our social media, so follow us on social media. But we have an amazing panelist, which Victoria, you're one of those panelists. But we have a handful. We have Judge Ross that will be there, our state attorney, Daniel Lennox. We have Sergeant Atina. Jamara Johnson, or well, now Portier. So yes, so we have a wide range. I'm not going to name. We also have from the medical field, our psychiatrist that's on site too, Danielle, that she will be here to speak from the mental health aspect. And then we have our own clinician and our survivor mentor. So it's just a basic learn about everyone's department, how we all interface and work together to make this world of human trafficking work for our clients, but also to educate the community. I think a lot of times our community partners aren't aware of what's happening in their background, in their backyards, I should say. So bringing that awareness to them and having them be able to ask the proper questions to the proper professionals, which are you guys. So definitely come on out. It is absolutely free. We just ask for you to register so we make sure that we have enough food for everyone, but just register online or just pop up and bring a friend.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for meeting with me today for Fridays with Friends and for all you do in the community. I know I've said it before, but it's amazing work. It really does make a huge difference. And, this month I'm so happy that we're able to highlight it and continue our collaboration. And that's all from Fridays with Friends. Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.